Working with the C-suite, I often hear about the need to take more effective and timely decisions. Things seem to move or change even more quickly every day. And meanwhile, uncertainty also grows. So we expect our teams and our leaders to just take decisions more quickly, often with more incomplete information. On top of that, we're often deciding between two or more good things or opportunities. Limited resources of time, people, money, or equipment mean we can't do everything, so we have to choose. That's why I love matrices. In mathematics, a matrix is a square or rectangular array of expressions with two axes and having an equal number of rows and columns. You can then manipulate the expressions according to a specific set of rules. In business, a matrix is helpful in taking decisions and considering options. It structures the conversation so that you consider all the options based on a similar set of criteria and making it easier to choose between multiple, possibly attractive things, even when resources are limited or the uncertainty is very high. Done well, a matrix is a good framework for considering each option relative to the others. It forces the team to think about which ones are more or less attractive and why. In this example, what's the relative impact of each option on our business versus the level of effort required to pursue it? So once you've had that conversation with your team, using the objective criteria you agreed up front, you've placed each of those options on this matrix, it's time to take a look at it and decide what it means. What are the implications for your business? And that's probably the most valuable conversation that you'll have in thinking about and using a matrix. So what does it mean? You've got a lot of options that are up there in that upper right-hand quadrant. You've got a few sitting there in the bottom left-hand quadrant, and a couple of things above that dotted line. The things in the top right corner are the ones you want to be thinking about to focus on. And A and B, clearly, are the options that allow you to have the greatest impact with the least level of effort. What's interesting is that option C might possibly be an enabler that could really help A and B to be more successful. Meanwhile, down at the bottom, still looking above that dotted line, you'll see a couple in the bottom right-hand quadrant. Those guys may be something that you want to monitor or keep an eye out. Depends obviously on what options you're considering and what the nature of them are. But this allows you to set some initial priorities about where you'll focus and how you'll take it forward. That's the point. As with many tools or frameworks, the value is in the conversation. A matrix offers some structure and a way of thinking about the options and thinking together. The real value is in considering the implications of it so that it's easier to understand why you're taking those decisions and why something may be better or worse than the other. That moves a decision quickly and helps you to address the uncertainty that's involved. So the next time you're considering multiple, possibly attractive options, and there's a lot of uncertainty, try using a matrix.